Now the question is, I don't live here more than 3 years. What happened? How are you going to apply to the student finance? In that case, when you apply online to the student finance, is when you have created your account. So after that, you are living here less than 3 years, then you cannot apply to the online. So in that case, student finance will direct you in a PDF file or application form. You need to download it and you need to print it. So once you print that, then you need to fill it up with your pen, and you need to submit to the student finance. That's the one thing people are struggling. So there is no point to be worried about this. If you don't have if you don't live here more than 3 years, then you need to apply to the student finance. You can go through the same way, created an account to the student finance, but student finance will direct you to a link, and it will provide you the PDF application form to download it, and just fill up with the pen and just post it to the student finance application. So this is how you have to do it if you live less than 3 years. And the next question is, once I filled up my application online or offline, what's the next thing to do? So once you have finished your application form, at the last page, it will show you, you need to give some evidence to the student finance. You have to send your original documents to the student finance. So how are you gonna do that? So it will show you, for example, you have according to their information, you have submitted your online application, and according to on the base of your information, student finance will ask you some documents. Probably it might be your passport or ID, it might be your birth certificate, it might be your source of income, pay slips, or P60, something else. So whatever they're asking, you need to send to the student finance, and the address is given also there. And one more important very very important thing is, when you apply to the student finance, I would like to recommend you, please write down the customer reference number and your password as well. So once you have filled up all the information before submitting a student finance application, they will ask you to provide your password again. So if you can't remember, or if you make any mistake, it takes a bit longer. So once you have written your password, so make sure before submitting that, when they ask you, you provide the password, and you're gonna submit it. And once you submit it, just please don't close it. Please check what sort of documents they are asking and provide them. And here is the thing, this is I'm sharing with you from my personal experience, as we are helping more than 100 students in per session. We have got some students, once they have applied to the student finance, submitted the application, and once a student finance asking them some documents, they send to the student finance. Please don't do that. You need to contact with the universities, because sometimes your registration date is very close, and on the registration date, university is asking you documents to bring in with you, because they need to scan all your documents, original documents, your passport and certificates. Otherwise they cannot do the registration. So if you send them to the student finance, probably it takes 2 weeks to get it back. By this time, if you miss the registration, you might miss this session. So before sending your documents to the student finance, please talk to the university, make sure that you can bring all the documents to the registration date. And once you have done your registration, or once university has taken your picture for the student ID, then you can send to the student finance application. And the last thing I would say, they might ask you a few documents again, send them again, and the best thing is to chase them up. If they take a bit longer, if you don't hear anything for 2 weeks, please pick up the phone, give them a call, and tell your customer reference number and explain them whatever happened to you, and you send them this sort of documents, and they'll give you update. So it's the best idea to chase them up time and again if they are taking longer. Otherwise, what happened, sometimes they say, okay, your student finance has been approved, but by this time 4-5 months gone. So in this case, we are giving you the maintenance loan from after that. So you might lose some maintenance loan, as you have a struggle, probably borrowed some money from your friends and family, so you need to pay them. So that's why the best idea is to apply to the student finance and as soon as possible, and according to follow the instruction was what I gave you. So hopefully you got a lot of information, valuable information from this video, and hopefully see you soon on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.